Hello guys, we're out here again. I went and pulled those cameras that I had out from over at the father-in-law's property, and I brought them over to where I've been deer hunting the last couple of years with that box blind and stuff. So I'm gonna do a shed hunt in these hardwoods in this field and put a couple cameras out. So stay tuned. Well, I'm gonna put that one camera where I had that other one last year. They're definitely still using to get out into this field. That runway beat down. They're going out right here, right around here, out into this field. And of course, that's that thick bedding area over there. And the box blinds down there. So, we'll go back in here and put that one camera back on that tree. Just a beautiful day out. 45 degrees. Light breeze. Day's slipping away though. We had that damn time change. It's already 1:30. I'm gonna put this camera up. So we got that GuardPro set up in the same spot it was in the fall. So, well, we're gonna take a walk through here, find out where I'm gonna put this other camera. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, they're running through here. I think what they're doing is they're coming in behind me and going out through this way. It's pretty beat down. But we're still gonna take a walk and look for some sheddies. I've yet to see any turkeys. That's getting me nervous. Nothing on film, but I did see some one night this past week on my way home from work. I did see some in a field about 6 miles from here, but I've yet to see any around here. Last few years, these hardwoods have been flooded, and there's still some remnants of it in here. It hasn't gone away in about 4 years now. Couldn't even walk in here. Yeah, I just found this other runway through here, and it's come up to about 4 or 5 beds. Can't really tell in the camera, but there's one there, one there, one against that log there, one there, one there, one against that log there, one there. Wow. And it's just loaded with deer scat everywhere over here. So I'm gonna set a camera up over in this area. Alrighty. We got that ridge dew set up. I put it on where all these beds are in this other run right here. Watching that. Basically in the middle of the hardwoods. So I'm gonna go. I've already been across. These hardwoods are only about, I don't know, 30 acres, if that. It's one section between two fields. So I'm gonna walk that runway where I first put that first camera that heads to the south. I'm gonna walk on that and check that out for some sheds. So I'm not having much luck at it. So we'll work our way over to that runway. All right, we made it to where that runway came out, or came to. It's on like a little 2-track. Another runway. I decided to pop a seat. Had my first fly come by me. Some of you are looking forward to the nice weather. I'm not looking forward to all the hot, humid bug weather. You can't even be outside and enjoy yourself. Like right now, this is perfect for me. I can't stand it hot and humid. I overheat too easy. Me and heat don't get along. I didn't even see no turkey sign, like tracks or feathers or anything. I was talking to brother-in-law, he hasn't seen them either. He said he's seeing the deer, but not the turkeys. When I first started hunting this whole area, before I kind of knew what the deer were doing, I set up in these hardwoods. And I never really seen any deer in here. I think what they're doing is they're using it as a travel corridor to get from point A to point B. They're not really living in here or hanging out in here at all. You know, because that box pine, you see deer all the time coming out of that. I didn't realize that thick veterinary over there. I just hung in here because of all the oaks in here. But I just never did see the deer congregating in here. I could never figure out what was going on. And then probably 7, 8 years ago, or basically when my son got old enough to hunt on his own, he built that box pine and put it where it's at. And then we realized all them deer were coming out of there. Very seldom when you're sitting in that box pine will they come from in here out to there. They're always coming out of there. In the morning hunts, I've hunted out here, they're still coming out of there. Then they turn around and go back in there. And then when they get spooked, they turn around and go back in there. There has been a few occasions where in the evening hunt, they were coming through here to go across, 'cause I seen it, but not too often. They're always coming out of that thick bedding area over there. And it's thick in there. You can't even stand up and walk in there. It is thick as molasses in there. Then of course, their area got flooded. It's a bad drainage in here. I mean, it was one time I was hunting in here. I was sitting in my blind, and the water just, as I sat, the water just kept coming in, coming in, coming in. Next thing you know, it was up to my knees. So that might be another reason why they skirt around here. I don't know. It's just a mystery why there's much oaks that are in here that they're not in here more often than they are. All the deer that have been shot out here have been shot in that field. All my son's bucks, he's got more deer out here than I have. But all his deer that he's shot were in that, either in that tree stand or the box blind. And the ones that I've shot at and got are out of that box blind. Now, you saw back when I first got that crossbow, they were all coming out of there, all them bucks and does. So he has sat in here and seen a deer or two coming through here, but not like stopping and hanging out. Just always on a mission to get over there to that field and over there. Now, granted, in the past, that's always, except for last year, it's always been a crop field, alternate corn and beans. And then to the other side, to the west of me, was always a alfalfa hay field that was never had crops in it. But the crops were in here, and then there's a tree line that butts them. One would be corn, one would be beans, and then the next year it'd be vice versa. But it's the amount of oaks that's in here, though, you'd still think that they'd be hanging in here. Of course, they may hang in here at night, you know, but as far as hunting, to try to pattern them, you're better off just watching that thick spot over there on that private property where they come out. Now, when I leave, I'm gonna walk the edge of that, see if there's any sheds that fell before they went in. I'm gonna walk that edge to the end, almost where my truck is parked. But no, I just walked this whole area and I couldn't find nothing. I know we've taken our fair share of squirrels out of here, though. I can guarantee you that. I got a couple of them barking at me right now. This area is just loaded with them tree rats. Can't wait to get up to camp. I haven't been up to camp since November. They're supposed to have damn near 60-degree temps today and tomorrow. And then another big snowstorm coming in for Wednesday. It's not good. The later it gets, the harder it is on the deer. Last year, there was hardly any snow, and we got up to camp like earliest we've ever been there. It's like the first weekend in April we went. There was still snow on the ground, but we could still make it back there. The bad thing is when that all starts to melt, that's when we have issues, because then that road floods. But irregardless, once I can get back there, I'm going. No matter if the bugs are there or not, I gotta check on it, see how it did through the winter. I'd love to drive up there right now and spend a couple days, but I can't even get in there. Walk that edge of that property line there, see if I can find any sheds over there. Take a stroll over to the box blind, check on that, and then work my way back to the truck. Well, need a little patchwork on the outside with some more of that metal. Other than that, I was just in it. So, does the job. Don't look the fanciest, but it'll do. All right, we got a runway there going into that thick stuff. Got a runway there going into that thick stuff. Got one there. Some pretty thick stuff in there, as you can tell. There's another one there coming out. One here. Got two runways. We got one right here and one right here. And they come right out of that thick stuff. Side by side. And they go right back into some hardwoods that we just came out of. So we walked the edge of that. And nothing. And the box blind is way down there. And them two runways converge into here, and they lead into one. It goes right through here. One of these times I'm gonna find one. But now, as I was saying, we come up to more water. It's loaded. Just water all the way. So, that's the end of that. About a 3.5 hour excursion. I went over, pulled two cameras from the father-in-law's property, and came put them out here. And in the process, did a shed hunt. And once again, come up empty-handed. That's okay. One of these times I'll find one. But I just enjoy being out here. I was kind of maybe thinking about turkey hunting over here this year, but I don't know. We'll see. See if these cameras that I just put out pick up any turkeys. I don't know, that wind might be coming through the camera. I don't know. It's starting to pick up now that I get out in the open. So, well, appreciate you watching. It's kind of a boring video. I just thought I'd take you along for try to find any sheds, and we were unsuccessful. So I'll check these cameras in a couple weeks. I'm gonna go back and see what the SD cards show from the week from last time. Seeing all them deer, there's a heck of a runway here going back into where I just came from. They're all over back here. So, no, what I was saying is I'll go see what those SD cards have to offer. That Ridge Dew camera, I guess, didn't do too bad. Wish that limb hadn't have fell from the top of that tree on it. Kind of affected it. I had a lot of no image pictures from, you know, the wind blowing those limbs around. So, but anyway, until next time, we'll talk to you later.